Hey guys, and welcome to another speed build. This time we are doing a London Suburban. This was part of the live stream. This bit here you'll see is from the live stream. If you were there at the live stream, thank you so much for everyone that did turn up. It was a blast, and you can compliment me on my editing skills, aka Chimney Breast gate, down below in the comment section. But anyway, there was so much footage from this. The live stream was like 5 hours long, so I had to edit quite a bit down. So I've split this up into two different parts. They will both be up. They're both up now. It's just I think the same footage is in both of them for this beginning section here. And then we split off into the left-hand side, which is the more traditional one, and then the right-hand side, which ends up being the more modern house. So they're done in different styles. So I thought I'd just split them up into traditional and modern. So they are both available now. You're watching this one is which one's this? The traditional one. The modern one is up now, and I will put an annotation in both of the videos in the description so that you can skip to the bits that is the landscaping. Just in case you've watched the other one first, then you can skip to the landscaping bit and the portion of the video that is specific to that house. Anyway, it's a really weird way to do it, but we had to split up. I don't think you wanted to watch 50 minutes in one go. So bite-sized chunks you can have. It is two houses in one, so I didn't think it was going to take me this long to do, but it did. I think it was like 5 hours on stream, and I still had maybe 2 rooms left to do in the traditional house, and I hadn't done any landscaping, none whatsoever. But I have edited it so that you get all the outside landscaping all together in one hit, and then we move into the interior. So you guys were there helping me make all the decisions on things like arches and windows and all that kind of stuff. Just a spoiler alert, I do change the arches to something different. I'll point it out when we eventually get there. But yes, this is a typical London Suburban. You might have seen previously on the screen there were some examples. That's what I had for the live stream. And quite a few of the things in The Sims don't really match. Like the windows aren't really typical Suburban, to be quite honest. We just have PVC windows. And also we have a like texture on the outside called excuse me, called pebble dashing, which is like render with little tiny stones chucked on it. But we don't have that in the game. And this was CC free Sunday. The live stream happened, so yeah, we had to make do with what we have in the game. You do typically see this kind of Tudor-esque paneling on the what's that called? The apex of the roof, that's the one. And so we put that in, but in the live stream I made them identical, but afterwards when I finished the live stream I was like, no, they need to look different. So the left hand side, which is the traditional one, is slightly lighter. Well, we have a different, I think we do a lighter apex to the roof, and I think a slightly different coloured render at the top, just to make it different. And we also do completely different coloured roofs, which I think all of those little changes were done off camera. So I'm going to say them now, and magically they will be sorted. So apologies if there's a few more pauses than normal in this, because it was a live stream. So I was looking at the live chat. I've tried to cut out any extremely long pauses, but you know, can't get them all, is what you say. So the traditional house has got an extension over the garage. That's a pretty typical extension that you would have on a suburban home. Loads of them happen. And then on the modern house on the right, we actually did was meant to look like a loft extension. It's non-functional. It's just basically roof decoration. Kind of the same as putting you normally put dormers like in say a Victorian build or something. Those are actually technically dormers. Yeah. That's the house that I live in has a loft extension. So you have 2 flights of stairs. You go up into the attic room. And you can always see the extension from the outside. So the one on the side would be like where the stairs go up. But of course, basically suburban houses, their stairs are typically L-shaped stairs, which mine are. And in The Sims, we do not have L-shaped stairs. That was another point of discussion in the live stream. No L-shaped stairs. Please, if only. So with the no L shape, we had to do straight ones. It still kind of worked out the layout. Probably the hallway ends up being a lot bigger than it probably would be in a house of this size. But, anyway. So we're doing landscaping. Typically, you're going to have a driveway with some grass. Actually, a lot of people have just paved over the grass. I was meant to do one where it was completely paved and one where it had grass, but I did them both with grass. Oh, well. Also, we don't have letterboxes like that on the outside, but I thought that was the one that fitted in best, I suppose. So we just did that there against the hedge just to sort it out. So with the back, I made sure to do each garden in like its own style. So this one we put in like a rockery here. My like childhood home, we had a rockery. That was just mice all over it, to be quite honest, but it's a good habitat for creatures to kind of live in. So I tried to recreate a kind of rockery here, put in some lavender and just some wild grasses, kind of a bit more natural looking than maybe the first one. Very similar planting, all the same plants as the front of the house. We did, you can see in the distance that the modern one is completely different. So not saying that that's a modern garden, but it's just a little bit different to this one. So I'm happy with the way that it kind of worked out. Gardens like this, they're not normally I don't know, they're not the most epic landscaping ever. You'd be lucky. Most of them, to be quite honest, are just grass and like flower beds down one side. But this is The Sims, we had to prettify it up a bit. Then I got to the end, I got to doing this, and I'd already done the modern house landscaping, and I got to do this section, and I was putting all this in, and then I remembered a comment that was like, oh, swimming pools, and I was like, oh, I haven't put a swimming pool in this. So this traditional house is the one that gets the swimming pool in a bit, the whole natural rock swimming pool. So yeah, I've moved it over now. Now I'm like, yes, swimming pool, let's put it in. It has a weird thing where it's kind of taller because there is a really small foundation on the house. I put the stairs, like the steps into the swimming pool in, and then in the playtesting it does actually work. It's just that they look a bit weird. They're kind of like floating up from the ground. There's no way to fix that, but they do work. I think probably, do you know what? It would probably look better if you just removed the steps to the pool, and it'd be fine because it's like floating a little bit there. Looks a little bit weird. But, please forgive me. So we put a swimming pool on this one. Of course, if you move you move your family into this, you have the choice of either the traditional or modern. Maybe you could build a family for both sides and play them. You could just do it like, I've never done rotational play in The Sims, actually. Maybe that's something to try. But you could do it that you kind of locked the doors to one side of the... So you could lock the doors to one house, and only make it accessible to one family and do the same to the other house. And you could just let one family kind of look after itself. So that those would be your neighbours. That would be kind of cool. Maybe you could just set them up with jobs and just leave them to their own devices, or you can switch between playing one household and the next. Of course, then you'd only be able to have like four in each house, or however you want to divide 8 Sims up. But alternatively, if you think your computer can't handle this, mine was fine with it actually. It didn't seem to lag at all, having 2 houses on one lot. Then of course you could just delete out the rooms out of all the content and furniture and everything out of one house and just play with one side. So that's what you could do. And we're doing the kitchen now. I started out with those floors and I was like, no, I don't like it. But I continued and I will change them. I don't get to use the new cooker in this, the new oven that came with the Parenthood pack, because I wanted to try and use as many Parenthood things in this. This is, you know, a family home and Parenthood has just come out. So it was meant to be a build focusing on the Parenthood pack. But the stove just did not match in with this. It's kind of country kitchen, but I don't know, a modern take on a country kitchen. So we didn't go with the retro 50s stove, you know. So anyway, I'm still fiddling around with this kitchen, trying to work it out. Now here I'm annoyed at the fact that the refrigerator, the surround of it, doesn't match anything. Like, doesn't match the counters, doesn't match the wall units. None of it matches. So yeah, I know. Epic fail. I'm still figuring this out. You guys were like, do this, do that. Didn't work. I'm trying to put in a whole load more counters. Like, no. I did have to cut out quite a few pauses in this one, and I think we spent a whole age trying to do the overhead. What are they called? What's the overhead things on the oven? The hood. Yeah, cooker hood. That's the one. We messed around with doing different ones on that and then just ended up going back to the original one. So I cut all of that footage out. So you're welcome. But it was a process, and the live stream went on for way longer than I thought it was going to. And it all took way longer than I thought it was going to, because of course we're having so much time and so much fun, and you were distracting me from actually building. But you are forgiven. It was fun. And there is also another live stream happening tomorrow for the Colour Me build series. You guys voted last week on whether you wanted the primary colours or I'm going to call it forest fruits now, instead of fruits of the forest, because it's just shorter. So forest fruits colour palette. That won with a resounding, I don't know how much. It was a landslide, to be honest. It was a landslide vote in favour of the forest fruits. I'm just going to look. I've got my laptop open. I'm going to have a look and tell you what the exact winning percentage was. But that live stream is coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be a mini beach house. And it looks super duper cute. So fingers crossed, you guys. Where have I gone into? You know when you're like trying to do 2 things at once and you just go into the wrong place. I was just trying to get out the... Okay, which palette next? Oh, here we go. This is the one. With a resounding 72% of the vote, Forest Fruits won. Oh. I did call it Forest Fruits in the poll. Obviously, I just lengthened it for some reason afterwards. Yeah. Forest Fruits won. So that's like pinks, purples with the green. I've even got more CC since the last time we spoke. So... fingers crossed, should be a good one. Hopefully we can get it all done in one go. I'm going to do it like I would normally do a normal build and do the exterior, all the landscaping first before moving into the interior. So, but it'll be very colourful. I have siding as well in loads of different colours, so we can play around with different colours on that. So it should look like a cute little build. I can imagine it on Windenburg, so I think I might put it on there actually. Yeah, that would look really cute in Windenburg. By the shore. So yeah, we've changed the tiles now to these blue ones. They look so much better. And what can I say? I still haven't used those other tiles. I was trying to use something that I'd never used before, but it didn't work, you know. So I took this week off with the hopes of getting lots of builds done and pre-recording loads of builds so you consistently have lots of builds moving forward. And what has happened, it's Wednesday and I'm just about keeping up with my schedule for this week. Actually, I didn't, did I? Because this was meant to be out on Monday. I have no idea how I normally do it. How do I normally keep up with the schedule? This week's been an epic fail and I've been off all week. No idea. So yeah, I'm doing this voiceover and it's on the day of release. I normally do the voiceover probably the day before it goes out. Normally quite organised. I don't know. Maybe I'm spending a longer time in bed. Just epic fails all week round. I've still got to do my channel intro. We wanted to do a channel intro for the beginning of all my videos. That's still not done. I have to teach myself how to use what was it? Adobe After Effects. Yep, I have to teach myself how to use that. Just the basics so that I can get the new intro done. And what else? No, I think all the other branding was done. Even rebranded Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube. Those are the only 3 I'm on. I do have an Instagram, but I've deactivated it because I don't know. I don't think I'd post that much on Instagram. But anyway, so we've moved on into the living room. This is where the main catastrophe happened. Of course, the fireplace only took 5 seconds to get done. No. If you were at the live stream, you know that we were sitting here for quite a long time trying to figure out how to make the fireplace work. So you'll see... Actually, no, I cut out all the struggle, so I'll just describe it now. We were sitting there, putting in walls, saying, no, it looks weird, doing all this stuff. I was like, no, the fireplace looks weird. We put in these counters, actually different ones, and we're like, there's this weird gap between the fireplace and the counters. It looks weird. We're just trying to fill up the gap, so I put a wall in. Then we put dividers in. We did all of this, and I can now say that I officially took the footage out and I made sure to take a note of how long it took us. It took us 12 minutes and 9 seconds to figure out that you should put a chimney breast. That's right, that's what that bump out is, a chimney breast, to make the room work and to make the built-in shelves look like an alcove and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know why it took so long. I couldn't believe it took me so long. It's probably because my house doesn't have any chimney breasts. We've knocked them all out. And so we don't have any fireplaces either. But I should have known. You know, plenty of family have fireplaces in their houses. So I don't know why I completely forgot of a chimney breast's existence. Also, no one seemed to know what a chimney breast was. I thought this was a well-known fact, but obviously not. So here is, Chimney 101. Chimney breast is that bumpy outy bit, the wall, that's a chimney breast. The hearth is the tiles that would normally be at the bottom of the fireplace. For some reason, this does not have a hearth. Don't know why. What else was there? The mantle, that's the top of the fireplace, you know, mantelpiece, where you put all your decorations. Yeah. What else is there? I think someone else said flue. That's the bit where all the smoke goes up the chimney. You know, we have a flue inside the chimney breast. What else? I think that's about it. If you weren't at the live stream, you're just like, what are you talking about? so that means you've got to come to the next live stream tomorrow so that you know what the hell I'm talking about. I think I will turn the build into a speed build as well. It won't be like put up by itself. It will be with other videos. So it'll kind of just be an additional. You can choose between having a speed build and having the full video. So all of my live streams will always be available on the channel anyway. So you can just go back at your leisure and watch them. Anyway, yeah, now it's coming together. I really did want to use those Parenthood armchairs, but I don't know. I'm not quite feeling them. I feel like I should be feeling them, but there's something about them that I don't quite like. But do you know what? The Parenthood pack is definitely worthwhile for the kitchen. That fireplace is in the Parenthood pack and I'm in love with it. The counter, so the worktops have a different look to the counters. The counters there have like this metal work, as in like, I don't know, that's very industrial to me, kind of. I can really see that in an industrial build. But I've seen a CC creator is working on doing like separate countertops to cupboard spaces. So you could have those island ones, but have them as a kitchen counter rather than an island. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's Wildly Miniature Sandwich. That was a work in progress she showed. And recolors of the kitchen. I am looking out for those. So if any of you know of recolors of that Parenthood kitchen, please send them my way. I think there's like an orange top to the kitchen worktops, and there's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit weird, but there's nothing that some recolors can't sort out. Anyway, so we're upstairs into the master bedroom. By this time, we've remembered what a chimney breast is, but and we put one in, but it's actually a different size room, so it looked a little bit strange. So I do end up removing the, I don't know, faux chimney breast thing, and we actually have the fireplace in a recess, which is kind of good. It opens up the room and all that kind of stuff, and you can just see my little sim self there outside, just waiting patiently. My sim self did test everything to make sure it all works, so you should just be able to place and go. So this is up on the gallery. It's all one lot, but of course I've divided it into 2 videos, so all one lot up on the gallery. My origin ID is hey_Harrie, and you can find it up there. I'm pretty sure it's on the front page because I showcased the lot. So I'm normally showcase just the latest build, just to make it easier, because you're probably going there for the latest build anyway. So yeah, and the master bedroom, I think normally the master bedroom is always at the front of the house. I don't know, all of the growing up, all of my friends, the master bedroom was always at the front. I think it's just probably always ends up being the nicest bedroom in the house. Yeah, I think the master bedroom is always at the front. Maybe kids are meant to be like kept to the back of the house or something, and we carry on. And the hardest thing about this is they have bay windows, and bay window curtains don't really exist in the game. So we did the vintage glamour ones as if, you know, they're just pulled back. They'd be fully like drawn across. And did I manage to use that Parenthood chair in this room? I obviously did. Well done. I hope I keep it in there. Oh, I must have done. Yay. Well done to me. Anyway, we have moved on to the teenage bedroom. This is a teenager. It could be a boy or a girl. Slightly more boyish, I suppose, if we want to stick to gender stereotypes and all that. But the way I decorate in The Sims is kind of just get objects out and then pick the nicest recolor and kind of base it off that. So at this point, we don't have a color scheme. I've got a white bed out just because it was the nicest color there was. And then we thought, let's go with the Parenthood sofa, and that was red. So we changed the unit to red, and then we just go red, and what goes red, blue and white. So it ended up being like Union Jack colours, which I didn't even realise at the time. But yeah, so we have a Union Jack themed room colour thing. I don't know where it came from, but it looks all right in the end. Yeah, and this is one mighty teenager's room. Look, they've got their own computer. Well, they will do. They'll have their own computer area. So basically, they don't need to leave the room unless they need to get food or pee. And I could have turned that one into an ensuite, actually, the one behind. You could just put in a door into the teenager's room and just have it an ensuite. But we don't want the teenagers to be too spoiled, do we? No. So yeah, the layout wasn't quite working. It was a little bit weird, but we ended up moving the desk to behind the sofa, so you can do your homework, and then you can do your homework while watching TV, because everyone can multitask. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can multitask. I think I always did my homework while watching TV. I didn't turn out too badly, so actually don't use me as the excuse for why you've got to watch TV while doing your homework. So I don't want to be a bad influence. Anyway, yeah, we're still working on this. This is quite a while to do this room. But yeah, so this family is going to be so parents with a teenage son or daughter. It could be either. Do you know what? This is quite a unisex room. And those tree decals that we now have are like, those tree decals are life. They remind me of Peacemaker's wallpaper. It's a famous wallpaper. I'm pretty sure I've seen. Peacemaker didn't invent it, but I've seen it before, and it's birch tree, like what are they? Tree trunks. That's the one. On the wall. So it really reminds me of that. So now that we've got that in the game, we can, just put any plain wall and put those decals over the top, and it would look like a feature wall. And they also come with, like, instead of just having 3 trees in one, they also come with a single one, so you could do so many cool things with them. So perfect. I've cut out the larger bathroom being renovated. I think I did that off camera. So did I do it? No, I did it after the stream. So we did this bathroom together, and you guys asked for the tall unit to be added in, which I didn't even know existed. For some reason, those units, I never seem to put them in my bathrooms, probably because I've never been in a bathroom that has one. Are they an American thing? I've never seen one in a bathroom before, but I don't know. Anyway, and we got to use the new shower tub thingy from Parenthood, which come in quite a few colours. Some of them are a little bit like, what were you thinking colours? Yeah, I don't quite get the connection with home and everything, but oh well. So there is always the option. This turns into a study / office / library, just chill out little. We're going to call this the multi-purpose room. But you could always, of course, if you have another child and you're living in here, you could always turn this into a bedroom. Plenty of space in here for this. Yeah, this is the one that has, because this whole section here where the study is, and also the toddler bedroom that you're going to see in a second, this is the extension part of the house. The modern one has an extension at the back, so it has a bigger, like, kitchen living area space, like completely open plan, sitting, dining and kitchen. But this one just has this extension. So they both got extensions, but just in different places. I thought it'd be cool to try to mix it up. Anyway, so on stream, the request, it was we were all getting a little bit tired. There was time to do one more room, and we decided to do the bathroom instead. But there was a request for a super girly toddler bedroom, so I hope you enjoy this super girly toddler bedroom. And I really love the pink with the peach. Never used it before. So many things in game that I get to discover when I do CC free builds, which I'm enjoying so much. Never did them when I didn't have a channel, because, you know, I didn't have to be kind of, I don't know, inclusive and think about what other people wanted to see, because I only did my builds for myself. But I love doing CC for free builds, actually. That is one of the major bonuses and benefits to having a YouTube channel. It's made me do CC free builds and discover all of the stuff that is in the game. So we are coming up to the end of this build. The modern build is also up right now, so you can click over or just leisurely take your time to watch whatever one you like. So thank you so much for watching. Every view or subscription means so much to me. So if you like this and you want to see more, press the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the dislike button if you didn't like it anyway. And I will see you all next time. Bye guys.